Hi, this is Brian. Welcome back to the Optimal Living 101 Masterclass series. Today I'm thrilled to be chatting about Purpose 101, how to discover your purpose and fulfill your destiny, and why it matters. This class is the most requested class from our members. I'm really excited to explore my top 10 favorite big ideas as always, and we're going to supplement those 10 big ideas that will help us understand what our purpose is all about, why it's important, and how to discover it and how to live it with a bonus video, which is going to have 25 of my favorite, most practical, powerful journal questions and contemplative exercises that I know. So it's kind of like Purpose 101 plus Self-Awareness 101. If you want to live your purpose, you obviously have to have a deep sense of self-awareness. Who are you? What are you here to do? How are you going to fulfill your potential and live your destiny? So that's what this class is all about. Let's start with a quick look at the top 10 big ideas, and then we'll jump into the full class. All right, so our first big idea is soul oxygen. Soul oxygen. We talk a lot about Abraham Maslow and his hierarchy of needs. What one can be, one must be. He tells us that as you go through those basic levels on his hierarchy of needs, the need to actualize your potential is a need as powerful as any other. It's not a nice to have, it's a must have. Soul oxygen. Actualizing your potential is oxygen for your soul. We'll talk about that, and we'll talk about how society seduces us with an alternative to that. The second big idea is one purpose plus many missions. I think we all have the exact same purpose. It's universal. We'll talk about what that is. And I think we each have many missions we embark on during our lives. Joseph Campbell, who created the wonderful stories around the hero's journey, tells us that the good life is one hero's journey after another. We're going to talk about what that means. One purpose, many missions. The third big idea is your onlyness. Your onlyness. I just heard that word or phrase last week, onlyness. How cool is that? What is it that you and only you can do on the planet? It's a powerful question we're going to explore. The fourth big idea, retirement, ikigais, and swimming rats. Retirement. It's a brand new concept. It's crazy. It's absurd. We're going to talk about how important it is to have ikigais. Ikigais? Yeah. I-K-I-G-A-I or ikigais. We're going to talk about how important it is that you have a reason for getting up in the morning and how that increases your vitality and your longevity. And the third part of that big idea is swimming rats. I'm going to share some research that's truly crazy about what happens when you give someone, in this case a rat, hope. How much more energy they have. How much more energy they have when they can see a better future. Really, really powerful stuff. The fifth big idea is the internet versus the internet. Did you know that when you're constantly bombarding yourself with stimuli via email and text, you decrease your IQ by 5 to 15 points? In fact, it's 3 times more impactful negatively on your IQ than being stoned during the day. We need to get off of the internet and tap into the internet. We need to figure out what we're here to do. You can't do that when you're constantly looking outside of yourself. This is where our 25 journal exercise questions are going to come in the bonus video. But we need to tap in and get to know ourselves. The sixth big idea is to accept, discover by doing, and enter the Failure Hall of Fame. You got to accept where you are. You got to be willing to go out and try things. You can't think your way to clarity. As important it is to explore different ideas in your internet, you then need to go out and try things. You need to be willing to fail. We'll talk about why that's so important. The seventh big idea is victim versus hero. You're writing one story or the other. You're either writing a story about why you can't have what you want to have, or you're going after it. You can't have both. Victim versus hero. We're going to talk about the hero's journey a little bit there as well. The eighth big idea, don't take advice and don't conform. We're going to talk about how important it is for us to trust ourselves and how easy it is to conform. We need to be willing to not conform, and not just with wearing brightly colored shoes, but actually creating an authentic life that goes against what society tells us is important. The ninth big idea is to decide to enter the black hole. We're going to talk about the physics of your purpose, singularity, being courageous enough to enter the black hole of transformation where your life is consumed by your purpose, moving from vision to decision and not staying in fantasy land for the rest of your life. The 10th and final big idea is +1 to the infinite power equals infinity. At the end of the day, it's not about actualizing for the sake of actualizing. We're connecting to the divine within us. We're connecting to the God within us, en theos. When we do that, we live with radiant enthusiasm. We're going to talk about how the pathway to that is a constant, never-ending, compounding +1, +1, +1 self-mastery. The greatest gift you can give to the world is to perfect yourself. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. Joseph Campbell talks about that. Gandhi talked about that. We're going to talk about that. That's a quick look at our top 10 big ideas. Let's jump in and explore.